doing, guys? My name's Josh Hay. I'm from Canova, West Virginia. Started hunting when I was 7 years old. It's my 18th year in the woods this year. Developed a passion for bow hunting when I was 12, 13 years old. Was the first years I started, and I fell in love with it from the first time I had an encounter with a deer. Throughout the years, I've branched out into hunting more properties and hunting different states, and I do a lot of my hunting in Ohio now. A lot better game management over here than there is in West Virginia. But I had the opportunity in 2012 to join up with Main Beam, and it's been a heck of a ride. We've had our ups and downs. I mean, we've had some staff members leave. We've had to make staff members leave. People didn't want to participate, but we've really got a group of guys now that have the same vision that we all have. We all want to have a healthier deer herd with these minerals that we put out, and we all want to put film our hunts for others to enjoy on TV. And I mean, it's been a blast. Sometimes this camera, it gets annoying, and I just want to take it and throw it in the truck and go hunting. But it's still a blast being able to look back at our footage and see what encounters we had, and we look back and think, man, I probably should have shot that deer, or well, I'm glad I let that one walk. And the excitement when you do have an encounter and connect with an animal, it's just a great experience. But you guys stay tuned with us. I'm out here today actually in Lawrence County, Ohio. I'm setting up some trail cameras and doing some early season scouting. Season's going to be here before we know it. Season starts in the middle of September. It's August 2nd today. So hopefully we can get a hit list out here and everything. Hopefully everything stays the same. We ain't got to move a whole lot of stand sets this year, but still got several from last year out here. But you guys stay tuned with us, and we got a heck of a season coming at y'all. Hopefully we got a heck of a turkey season, and hopefully deer season's just as good.
Hey everybody, welcome to the office. Work in progress. We're still hanging stuff on the walls. Just moved in the house recently, so we're making this whole upstairs part of it an office. Anyway, now that you all have had a chance to briefly meet Mr. Josh Hay, we're going to take you on a hunting excursion with him. 2016 Ohio bow season. Josh is one of those guys that if he calls you from the tree, something just happened. And when Josh says, I just shot a shooter, rest assured it's a shooter in anyone's book. One of the most dedicated bow hunters that I know, especially for a man in his late 20s. Josh is also one of the first guys who ever joined our team. He was one of the first I ever brought on board. He's been with us since the inception of Main Beam Outdoors. So let's take a little trip with Josh to southern Ohio, just across the river from the Ashland, Kentucky area, and see what we've got going on. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this episode.
film. I can't tell where the air hit. I had a giant, I mean, biggest buck, be my biggest buck ever. Come through, hit him through the back hams. He took a step just as I was getting ready to shoot. I'm hoping that I hit the femoral artery. I climbed down and looked at my air. Blood, there's good blood on the air. And he ran out and stopped about 10 yards. There's good blood right there. So all we can be is hopeful. I don't think he'd be bleeding that much if I didn't hit that artery. But fingers crossed. I'm gonna climb down. I'm gonna slip out of here. He went the opposite way, the way I'm going, so I'm gonna slip out of here. I'm gonna go down and film my dad for a while this evening, the rest of the day. We'll come back in here this evening and track him. I mean, I'm hoping. I gotta stay hopeful. I'm sick to my stomach right now. But you just never know. These deer are tough. But I'm hoping he went out there about 100 yards and bedded down. He'll bleed out. Let's see what happens. Give y'all an update again. I went and reviewed all the footage, and from what I can tell, where that air went in versus looking at the picture of the anatomy of a deer, I should be right on that femoral artery. It looks that way. Blood and air tells me that, but we really don't know till we get up there. We're back on top where I shot the buck this morning. Right where it shot him, first spot of blood back here behind me, about 6 or 7 yards. That's as far as I went. We're gonna start from there. Between looking at the footage and looking at anatomy of a deer, it looks like I've hit the femoral artery, but we ain't gonna know till we get up through here. Little spot of blood. Yeah, he's bleeding out here. I didn't drop this here. There's all kinds of blood out here. That's where he's running through. You can't see it well now because it's dried. He's scattered all up through here. That's where he stopped. You can tell. I mean, see, look at all this. Just I seen that. That's when I seen this. I thought, well, I'm gonna leave him. Yeah. General direction they need to walk. Easy buck for a hog. Look here. He's got to be. He's 4. Yeah, it's hard to see. Alright guys. We're back up in a tree that we shot that giant out of Monday morning. Still hopeful on this stand. I know there's still other good bucks in here, good shooter bucks in here. We didn't pressure this. The way these deer, all these deer are coming from, they come from over this ridge in front of me and they all come from my left. The deer that I shot and lost went to my right. And we never jumped him. And we actually brought the dog in here yesterday and tracked down to the low side of this thicket, which means he's back in his core area, so he could come through here again, you never know. I do know he's still alive. I'm confident he's still alive. I've reviewed the footage quite a bit, and I'm pretty confident he's alive. But we've seen 2 other shooter bucks in here, and we got pictures of 2 other different ones that I've seen. So, a little bit warmer this morning. temperatures come up. It's supposed to be on the rise for the next couple of days and then drop back down this weekend. A little bit breezy this morning, but not too bad. Let's hope it stays like this and don't pick up too bad. Got a pretty decent wind. So, y'all stay with us. Hopefully we can make something happen this morning. Dad's hunting a couple miles down the road. Hopefully he connects on something this morning. See what happens.
As you all see, the outcome wasn't what Josh had hoped for when he encountered this deer. And no, we didn't show a kill on this episode, which goes exactly to the grain of who we are. One of the things that we want to do with each episode, with our show, is show real hunting. And you don't always kill something. I can throw footage together and have 2 or 3 kills in each episode. We've got the footage, we've got the kills, whether it be turkey, waterfowl, deer, whatever it may be. But we want you all to be able to see things that you can relate to. You don't shoot something every time you go in the woods, neither do we. We miss, we lose animals. One good thing about that deer, when Josh first seen it that morning or before the shot, he called me from the tree after he shot. And when he'd first seen it, he didn't think he'd ever seen that deer before on this property. And after going back and reviewing the footage and going back and pulling trail camera pictures, he in fact did have a couple of pictures of this deer early season. I don't know if you could see it in the video footage or not, but this deer has a piece of brush in its antlers. Back weeks prior on the trail camera photos, that was present at that time too. It was an amazing deer and heartbreaking that Josh did not get that animal. Good thing about it though is 2 weeks later, the deer did show back up on camera. So shot wasn't fatal. The deer didn't perish, didn't succumb to coyotes or anything of that nature. So it lived to breed another season. So Josh is still hunting that farm. That deer is still on that farm, I'm sure. But that's what we want to show you. We want to show you the real experience, our highs and lows, and something like just happened to Josh. That's a low for sure. I mean, that's worse than a miss. So maybe not as bad as finding out the neighbor killed your deer, but definitely worse than a miss. So I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to continue to bring you footage week in and week out. It's not going to be fancy. It's not going to be cinematic. It's not going to be overproduced. We want these things to look real. We want to differentiate ourselves from everyone else out there, and want everyone to be able to relate. So until next week, next time, good luck in the woods, good luck in life. Everyone be safe out there, and thanks for tuning in.